Hello, everybody.
Greetings, friends.
My name is Dave.
My name is Jim,
And
this is the Jim and Dave Beer Review.
There you
Ooh,
go.
that was new. We should do that from now on. It's like we were in stink.
We were stinky.
Hey!
If you remember last time, we
What's
drank a
up?
really high alcohol beer, and we're not really missed up by that, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm fine. Dave, what's on tap for this beer review?
We have a Manayunk beer from Manayunk Brewing Company.
It's Puff. Good
Called
beer
SRP number 4.
Now, somebody once mistakenly bought this beer thinking it stood for Schuylkill River Path.
Sour Resin Project.
It's actually the Sour Resin Project.
That's right.
Now, I tried number 3, and I thought it was fantastic. It was sour, but it was so well dry hopped. I thought,
it was
this is great.
It's okay.
I actually found an older bottle of the first one at a place called Capone's, and that tasted similar to what I would imagine cat piss to taste like. So, I guess they've been improving it over time. So I'm really looking forward to number 4, because one would hope that this would be even better than number 3, Dave.
And you know how I am with my sours, people.
He is not a sour fan.
But this sour wasn't bad.
But Puff the Beer Cat is here for the sour review.
It says this series defies
show you
brewing boundaries. Since our earliest roots, we have aspired to create unique, delicious, fresh craft beer in our local community.
That's true. I've been to Manayunk breweries since I was at least
I used to go back in the day when you used to see that one chick, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a chick. Anyway, this project
Chick.
allows us.
Hey, it's a chick because I'm a misogynist. Oh.
I didn't want to mention her name.
Oh, that's very considerate.
This project allows
She lived in Manayunk.
our brewers to experiment with cushion. I'm sorry, cushion.
Is it cushion for the pushing? Oh.
I know, I was on dice mode there.
I know. Hey, what's a sour?
I feel like watching Ford Fast. We'll say with Fast Lane, Ford Fast.
Ford Fastlane, right? That's what it was. No, Ford Fairlane.
That's the one. Anyway, it says this project allows our brewers to experiment with custom small batches and non-traditional techniques. We hope you enjoy these beers and look forward to your feedback. It says here it's a 17 point. It's a 7.2. And then in the
Oh, if it was 17.2, that'd be so awesome.
I know, right? I'm gonna be a stand up to this beer, but it's available in a 16-ounce can or draft. The SRMs are 31. The IBUs are 22. The ABV is 7.2, but that says 7.6.
Yeah, it says 7.6 on the can.
So I found a few of those beers out nowadays where you go into the website, it says one thing, and the bottles or the cans
Can says another. Yeah, that is really odd how that happens.
This says hops are Columbus, Citra powder, Simcoe powder.
Powder? Really?
Simcoe powder.
I guess that's one way to dry hop something.
Oh, it's the Puff.
Hello, the Puff. Everybody loves the Puff.
Everybody loves the Puff.
Getting old. She was born in 2002.
Yeah. So that means she's like 16. Wow.
Yeah. And that's
Lousy.
that's like old in cat years.
That's like 98 in cat years, man, okay?
All right, is this a little foggy, Dave?
Oh, this is unfiltered to the brew house.
Well, I guess when you do dry hopping with powder for
My
hops.
God. You can't, wow.
That smells sour.
I don't smell sour on this, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Yeah, I think you have a sour smeller.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think I like it as much as 3. I think I like 3 better, to tell you the truth.
I like this one better.
Really? Why is that?
It is sour.
I hate sours, but I like this one better because it's more sour. What the F are you talking about?
I mean that if I'm gonna have a sour, I want it to be enough sour it gives my cheeks a clench.
Oh, well then you're in luck.
This one does it.
I'll tell you what, we had a sour at the Flight Club the other day. I was like, I want to get this one for Dave because I was just like, I was just like, wow, this is going to break Dave's jaw. Puff, come back. This is going to break Dave's jaw if he ever has it. Of course, I've already forgotten what it was. I'll have to ask about it. But anyhow, so yeah.
Wow.
You like this one better, huh?
I like
Well, what
this one
did
better.
did we review number 3? What did you give it? What did you give 3? Do you remember?
No.
Maybe you should look it up on your Untapped.
I can look it up on my Untapped. Where's my Untapped?
Well, the better question is, what do you give this one?
Oh. Let me try this again.
All right. Well, while you're trying it, I'm going to say I'm going to give it a 7. It's fine. I thought the other one was more hop forward. Number 3 was more hop forward. This one seems to be more sour forward. There are hops there.
This is more sour forward, you're right.
What really I
yeah,
loved
sour
about
forward.
number 3 was the fact it was like, yes, it was a sour, but you got so much hops there, more, perhaps even more highlighting the hops than an IPA. And I thought that is really amazing. And that's why I was looking forward to trying anyone I came across. So I found the first one, which they actually had the whole Sour Resin Project spelled out on their label instead of just the initials. I was like, oh wow, that's the first one. This is great. And I tried it. I was just like, yeah, I don't know if this aged too well because, like I said, I thought it tastes very similar to what I would imagine cat urine to taste like. So,
Urine. Cat urine.
well, I already said cat pee the first time, so I tried to mix up and use it.
I gave this. They gave number 3 a 6.
All right. Well, I'm giving this a 7.
I'm giving this a 7 too.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, look at you giving it a sour.
How about that? That's because this did what it's supposed to do. Sours aren't supposed to just make you feel like ugh. It's supposed to make your jaw go, oh my god. And
This has made your jaw go, oh my God. Okay.
Yes, this is what it did for me.
Can you ever foresee a time in your future where you give a sour a 10?
No. I've
Well, what about, okay, aside from
Weyerbacher, I've given like
you're-
a 7.5 or
alright.
an 8 before. I think I gave the Chango. I think I gave it like an 8.
the tango, yeah.
Yeah, I think I gave it like an 8.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But I don't think I'd give something. I mean, it'd have to be like 19% ABV for me to give it like a 9 or something.
In other words, you want to give Dave a high number, you put a lot of alcohol in that
That's
sucker.
right. You do that, and I'm gonna say, "Way to go, Ward." I want that.
Top notch. Well, there you go. 2 7s. I'm very much a big fan of Manayunk. Like Dave said, they've been around in our area forever. This is even before what you would consider the craft beer boom. There's a little town on the Schuylkill River between Philadelphia and here called Manayunk. Nice town.
You did a lot of bike riding through there, didn't you, Jim?
Oh yeah, well the Schuylkill River Trail goes all the way from Philadelphia all the way up to North Montgomery County, and that's certainly along there. Also very famous, there's a bike race that goes through Philadelphia, and the going up the wall in Manayunk is one of the well-known spots of the race. I guess Manayunk is the end of the loop. That's probably the top part, and then they go back through Philadelphia somewhere for the bottom part. And a lot of people love going down there for that bike race. Matter of fact, I would imagine that would be coming up soon. It was always fun to go down there
You
and
should
watch.
join that bike race, huh, Jim? You got a bike.
Yes, because a 250-pound guy can definitely go and race with all these other 150-pound dudes.
Who are you talking about? The 250-pound guy?
Shut up. Well,
That's not even me anymore.
Listen,
okay?
if I was on the moon, I would totally be 200 pounds. Because if
at
you,
least, at least 250. That's on your radar.
Dave, I am what you call gravity challenged. Okay?
I know.
And you leave it at that.
I understand.
What's funny is I look better at being fatter than you look being skinny.
Yeah, you're right. You look better at anything than I do. I
Yeah.
understand that. You're
That's
right.
because you have a great face for radio.
I do. I have a great face for nothing you can see.
Actually, looking at the video behind the camera here, it's like I'm no prize either at this point.
Sure you
I'm
are.
getting jowls.
Jim, look, you're like 2.5 of me. If we
Penis-wise,
let's look at some old video now.
yes, let's look at me when I'm skinny. Because I was a hunk of burning love.
We're going to go back more than 5 years now on the beer reviews because we've been on the air for 5 years now.
Yes, if you start at the beginning, you can watch me explode as I become my beer-loving.
You can watch me explode and go back in again.
Right. Almost like a supernova that becomes a black hole.
I am back to where I was when we first started doing these things.
How's your whole
Family.
family? All right, forget about it. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, listen, women who are pregnant shouldn't drink birth defects because they taste terrible. I would imagine. I haven't had it myself, but Dave has because he's a vampire.
I am. I watched Buffy.
Right.
Anyway, what else you got to say? You're right.
All right, listen. Let's start that again.
Yeah, let's do this like where we're
Women who are pregnant should not drink alcoholic beverages due to the risk of birth defects. You should not drink and drive or operate heavy machinery if you are under the influence of alcohol. And if causes excessive drinking can cause health problems. And the reason we try all these different beers is we believe that, like Bill Cosby would say, you should drink great beers.
or have a good couple of laughs.
And have a good laugh too with your friends.
Oh,
And
gosh.
you can be our friends by subscribing to our channel. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment below, and share. And that stuff like that there.
Stuff like that there.
Thank you very
in
much for
there.
watching,
Oh,
everybody. Have a good beer.
Bye, people.
And you want to send us free beers? We'll try it.
Oh, yes. I will try your free beers.